Welcome, everybody, to the Open Coin Door podcast. Thank you for listening, watching. I never know if it's listening or watching. I guess
they do both.
They do both.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do either. I listen to my podcasts. I don't typically watch them.
This one?
Well, I listen to a lot of podcasts, but it's always in my car. So that's how I consume podcasts. And
I've tried.
I don't even have a lot of commuting time, but anytime I'm in the car, I enjoy listening to like the pinball podcasts and stuff. Like, what are some ones? I listen to the JBS show. I really like that one. God, it's escaping me. The pinball show is
you gave me
Zach
one.
Manning.
That was the one you referred me to, recommended.
Yeah, Zach and Dennis do the pinball show. He's with the Flippin' Out. And then JBS show is good. There's a handful, Get into podcasts. Podcasts are great. You get to hear. You're not a fan?
I try.
I mean, you're on a podcast. You should be a fan of podcasts.
I know.
Just for me. You're just doing. He's here under duress, actually.
I listen to music a lot.
Yeah, that's fair.
I listen to music.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll listen to an audiobook. Sometimes I'll listen to podcasts.
I like music, but honestly, when I'm driving, I really get into just hearing conversations.
98% of the time.
It helps me be in tune with the industry too, which I appreciate. Like
on the 5 minutes of your commute.
Oh, I mean, I drive more than that sometimes. It's Fredericksburg. Even if you have a short distance, you're in your car for 25 minminutes.
You don't even have red lights. You have traffic circles.
True. Sometimes I do go out of my neighborhood. I don't only come to the arcade. But anyway,
we're back doing one.
We're back. We got some catching up to do. Got a new game.
We've had quite a few things going.
It's
been 3 weeks.
And I was trying to remember. It's always hard for me to remember exactly where we were, but I'm fairly certain we didn't have Pokémon Pinball last time we talked.
100% we did not.
No, we do now. We had just brought in Evil Dead, and so I was like, yeah, I'm not getting Pokemon. What did I do? Got Pokemon.
Well, okay. And this is a funny story because you're like, guys, I'm doing it. And I sent you, I was like, no.
Yeah.
I was the only one. Don't do it. And you did it.
And
you know what? I'm happy you did it.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah? You're liking it?
I enjoy playing it enough. Yeah.
It's been an interesting ride. So in full disclosure, bought Pokemon. Pokemon immediately had major game-breaking issues.
5 games in.
Yeah.
We played 4 games. The 5th game, it started malfunctioning.
It was very much a told you so moment for Colin.
Oh, I didn't say it more than a dozen times.
Yeah,
that was it.
So yeah, unfortunately, and Stern support not the best, especially on a weekend.
What was going in the weekend? Yeah.
They're the biggest pinball company out there. You'd think maybe the weekend of their biggest launch of a major IP that maybe somebody would staff the help desk a little bit.
The last 2 games that you've bought broke the night that we opened them, the same day.
Really?
Evil Dead did. The hand didn't work.
Oh, Evil Dead, yeah. I thought you meant Stearns, and I was like, what do we have on Stearns?
Just pinballs.
Just pinball in
just
general.
The games.
Yeah.
The last 2. You hear that, pinball companies? Out of the box. Twice.
And, we repair pins every week. So, I'm pretty good at, between me and Mike, small stuff we can handle. With Pokemon, it was a board issue.
The whole board.
And it's a brand new board. They moved to Spike 3. It's a brand new internal system for Stern. And there are only 2 other games that are using it. Did you
just hear my eyes roll?
Yeah.
Because I just thought of their response to you, and I was just like...
Yeah, because they said, I waited all weekend for a response from them. And the response that I got was, have you tried swapping it with another Spike 3 game?
Do you happen to have another Spike 3 board laying around?
Star Wars and Walking Dead Remastered are the only 2 Spike 3 games before Pokemon. No, I don't have either of those games. I've got 11 other Sterns, and I already tried swapping other boards that are compatible between those. I had swapped out a Led Zeppelin, other boards to try that. But this CPU board, one of a kind, and you're talking not cheap either. I mean, that's the other thing. I won't normally pull a warranty card, but this was day 1, and that is a $700 CPU board. So they did send out a replacement. And it came, a week and a half later. So
ridiculous.
We were able to find a workaround, thankfully, so the game was playable after. We found that workaround the end of the first weekend. So that was unfortunate that we went most of the, we put it out on Friday and Saturday and most of Sunday. It was just not really that playable.
Yeah.
But then next week it was. So,
Spooky
annoying.
FaceTimed.
Yeah,
with
that night.
At night.
It's like 7 p.m.
Yeah, that
7:30.
lady, that she was like, I'm going home, but if anybody has an iPhone, just FaceTime me. We'll figure this out.
Yeah.
It was like 8 o'clock at night.
Well, look at the difference. I mean, you've got Spooky Luke, you've got others in Pinside talking to people. You've got the developer of Evil Dead.
Yep.
Even today, still conversing on Pinside, going, what do you need, what do you want from that? Barrels is the same way. Barrels of Fun does the exact same thing, where they're active on Pinside, they're talking to customers. Stern is nowhere to be found.
I've done that with Eric.
Yeah.
I've talked to Eric.
Sure.
Like on Facebook, like, hey, how about this? And he'll respond. We have a little mini conversation about what's going on with Harry Potter or Guns N' Roses.
Yeah. Seems to be different with, Stern being the biggest company, I think there's a lot more like handcuffs, I think, for their employees to not be able to engage with the community in the same way. It's silly.
Well, Evil Dead hasn't exactly
the only direct
performed
line
well.
the only direct line I have is the people who manage locations. Michael Grant, the guy who manages the Stern Army. They had posted something on Facebook, and I commented. I think Steve Capinos, who helps run the games at Ocelot Brewing, had mentioned about how great of an earner it was. And I was like, that's awesome. Unfortunately, mine was broken from day one.
Oh, I saw that.
And, and Michael Grant responded.
Or you sent it to me.
And Michael Grant responded back and said, is there a ticket open? What's the number? And, nothing came of it, but at least there was some engagement there, whereas normally Stern is just sort of like talking into, a vacuum.
The black hole.
Yeah. So that sucked. But yeah, I do think the game is good. I think it's very accessible.
People are coming to play the game.
It is the most popular pinball machine being played right now.
Yeah. I've seen
none.
people come in and wait and play it. And like Pokemon, the conversation is they're coming to play Pokemon.
Yeah.
So
I guess I didn't realize I vaguely know of Pokemon, but I'm not. I feel like you and I. It's Pokemon.
Pokemon.
No.
Pokemon.
That's why they had to redub the whole trailer.
Yeah,
video.
but he said Pokemon.
Yeah, which is wrong.
No.
Poke. A little accent.
Somebody email us.
You can.
And tell us what it is.
Go back to the trailer and watch what they had to dub in, and you'll hear Pokemon.
Pokemon.
No E. Anywho, you and I are around the same age, and I feel like that means it was a little bit past our time.
Yeah, that's why we don't know how to say it. We don't know anything about it.
That's more of like a late 90s thing, and by that time we're in high school, watching, TV shows.
Early 2000s for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Pokemon.
And obviously like the trading card thing is huge, but that's also, you got to be a fan of the show and all the other characters.
It's freaking
and stuff.
nuts. Now, especially now, it's like bonkers.
Well, it's like Beanie Babies. It's a speculative market, right? So,
but I feel like it's
Logan
got this
Paul.
huge resurgence in the cards lately. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm training for battles. And then I battle.
Training
and
for
then
battles,
I catch.
and you're catching Pokemon. Yeah.
Okay.
But
I don't know which ones are whose. I know
No.
Pikachu.
I do think the hurry up mechanic of catching a Pokemon is really cool. Like in terms of an experience, I like that. Like it's like, you wander along and you find it, and now this is like you have to hit these specific shots, and then you have to hit this thing.
Hit the purple shots and then hit the ramp.
And it's timed, and it makes you feel like, oh, I gotta get it. And sometimes you do, and when you do, it's like you caught a Hufflepuff, and you're like, oh, that's fun. I don't know what that is, but cool. It
That's
comes
Harry
up there.
Potter.
Oh, see, what do I know? But
at least you didn't say
Jigglypuff.
Chewbacca.
There's a Jigglypuff in there, though.
Is it really?
There is. So I was close.
You could pretty much say anything that's not Harry Potter or Star Wars, and I would believe you.
You would have believed me. So I think that's cool. I think once Insider Connected shows any of that, that will be cool. That doesn't exist yet, but they have said it was supposed to, I guess, and all of that is pending licensor approval.
It shows that I've collected.
It shows
on
the
different
screen.
pages.
It doesn't show you in the app. their app is going to have a whole section for the Pokedex that'll show you which characters you've caught. So like that interface doesn't exist.
Oh well.
I think that will be a cool thing because at some point somebody got to catch them all,
Gotta
right?
collect all 182 of them.
So I think there's a lot of opportunity there. I'm a little concerned. No achievements at all. 0. Not a single one.
There aren't any achievements yet?
There is not a single one, and my understanding is that as well is also because of licensor approval. So it's not a good sign.
Thanks, Stern.
It's not a good sign a month in. You would hope they have a better relationship with Nintendo or whoever. I know Chad was telling us this, where like I guess Pokemon has multiple licensors. There's people who handle different things. Like
really?
Yeah, I think like the characters are one thing.
We should have had Chad
and then
on for a
Nintendo is sort of the game element of Pokemon. And then there's maybe one for the TV show.
That makes sense.
Element, like the music and stuff. It's another company. And so I'm worried. I think there's a lot of opportunity in the game. But it's not a great sign if a month into it, they're like, yeah, we've got all this stuff. We're just waiting for them to say yes.
Well, how long did it take with James Bond?
True.
I can remember seeing that. Like,
that's actually a really good point because they are also well known, the Broccoli family, as a really difficult.
Like, got to be like this.
Got it, yeah, to the T, like everything. And, especially when it comes to, like, I know with achievements, a lot of companies, what they care about is, like, you're going to cover our stuff.
Right.
What? Like,
well, that was the thing with
if
Bond.
You're going to overlay over top of things, we've got problems. And so
you
it's
couldn't
like,
do the cuts, like the videos, you couldn't cut them short. You had to go through the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it took forever. Like, I can remember playing it when I had a Bond, and I'm like, did I break it? It won't move forward, but I had to play every one of the video. Like, if you stack something, you hit like a special shot and then a skill shot and then a combo and then a multi-ball and then a free ball and then an extra ball and then all the other balls, and then you're like, do I ever get my ball back?
Right.
And then 3 minutes later, after all the videos, the ball drops. You're like, ew.
So
that would be...
So it's a little concerning that they're having issues getting approval for stuff right now.
You know who didn't have any problems at all with a licensor that's supposed to be a pain in the butt?
Who?
JJP with Harry Potter.
Really?
Everything was in there.
I mean, that's true.
They didn't have any licensor approval. And they added stuff later with more voices and more movie and more. Yeah. And I think there's only one official song in it, though. It's the beginning.
I think this is why we get so many band pins, is because for bands that own the rights to their music, if they're into pinball, like GNR.
Easy.
/ loves pinball, and he was just basically like, yeah, I own all our music. Let's fucking go. Like,
except for...
Which one?
Knocking on Heaven's Door.
Knocking on Heaven's Door.
Yep, they couldn't do that because it was a collaboration.
Is it a Clapton song?
Marley?
Maybe.
I think. And they didn't own all the rights to it because they redid it. It wasn't like Live and Let Die with Paul McCartney because they were super close.
Yeah.
But
like
but for the most part, I mean...
Foo Fighters? You want to
all their stuff.
Foo Fighters, you want to make us cartoons? That sounds amazing. Let's go. Yeah, put every song you want in there. Put them all on the mixtape. Yeah. It's all cool. Like, like, this is all great. So
3 different... Yeah, I mean, if they have to go with, like, whatever it is.
I think it could be challenging in
Universal
terms of getting updates.
And Nintendo and
the game has such promise, but it is very early on code. You can go through most of the game with a good game right now. And
I did it, like, the 3rd day I played it. I was like, start over?
Now, you're a good pinball player. It's a very accessible theme, and I think it needed to be because you've got a lot of kids, you've got a lot of families, other people playing this game, so it's good, but...
people are stepping up to it because it's Pokemon. People are stepping up and, like, it's bright, it's well lit, it's very colorful. They did a really good job of all that.
I was sharing numbers with you all in the text chat. Stern Insider Connected. A lot of people don't know this. It is kind of cool. For operators, Stern Insider has this console area, and it doesn't have a ton of information. I think they could do a lot more with it that they haven't. But it does tell you your single day, 7-day, and 28-day number of plays. For every game that's connected to Insider Connected. It'll also give you tech alerts, which is very helpful. particularly if you're an operator where your game might be an hour away. You want to know if there's a game-breaking issue. It'll tell you if the game's on or not, so you can call up the brewery and be like, "Can you please turn my games on?
Why isn't the game on?"
Yeah, so it gives you some information like that. So I looked at the stats for all of the gameplays for all the games, and when I say Pokemon beat it out, it wasn't even close.
It was double.
It was over double.
On the day one or the weekend one that you showed us.
And not even counting, like we had the week of it not working well, so we won't count that.
Yeah.
And then the following week, it was like, I don't know, 700-800 plays, and the others with any sort of closeness were like high 300s.
Yep.
So yeah, it's far and away above. Stranger Things still in second place though.
It's a great game.
Yeah.
I'd own one if you didn't have one here.
Yeah. Stranger Things is amazing and still continues to perform. But
of
course,
I should have brought my Vecna.
We're a free play, so yeah, you should have.
I should have brought it and showed it off.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah. That is actually a good segue into what I wanted to talk about, and it is related to Pokemon.
What?
Tim got a new toy.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah, I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I'm super jelly of you.
I got to, and Pokemon was the start of me thinking through this. So, folks, I've had a 3D printer for a long time. I played with 3D printing probably longer than many people that you will meet. I started playing with 3D printing back in 2012.
Wow.
Yeah, about 14 years ago.
You had like the first 3D printer ever?
It was early on.
How slow was that thing?
It was a DIY project. It was made with laser cut. It was called a MakerBot was the company, and it was called a Thingabot. And it was all laser cut wood. The whole pack came. I was working in Mary Washington.
It was wood?
Yeah. Yeah, laser cut wood and screws. And this great English professor, George Meadows, that I worked with, was like, he had bought it. And he, my department was handling all the technology for education stuff. And he was like, "Do you want to put it together?" I was like, "Yeah, I do." And so the build plate on it at the time was about this big. You could only make the tiniest of things.
Yeah. It's like the little toy box one that I have. I mean, the build plate's only maybe 4x4. It's really super fast.
But made of wood, and like you had to put it all together. And I thought we're gonna have a party and we're gonna be printing keychains by the end of the day. No. Nobody walked away with anything 3D printed that day.
Except for being mad.
Yeah.
There's frustrated.
Nor did
you get it together?
We ended up getting it together, and it did print some things, it started me down that path. I learned about like how you could 3D scan with an Xbox Kinect. Remember the old thing that you could stand in front of?
I have a Kinect in my basement
so
still.
You could do 3D scanning with it with this software, and I scanned my body in, and then I put it online, and then somebody turned me into a cat.
You put your body online?
It was about from here up, so it's totally, I didn't start that style of OnlyFans yet. Gotta have the paid model for that one.
Okay.
So yeah, no, it was cool, and so that was my first foray into it. When we got this office, I told Jim that I wanted. Jim was my business partner at the time, and I was like, I want a little like makerspace area, like I had at Mary Washington, 3D printer, some tools. Obviously, I'm going to be working on things, and I knew 3D printing could help with some of the repairs that I might do. So I we could justify it as a business expense. So, and I was like, but I don't want to go back to the days of the Thingabot. Like I want
the wooden one.
Oh my God! I said I need something reliable.
I can't believe you had a 3D printer made out of wood.
Oh yeah, 100%. So, we looked online, and at the time, the top cream of the crop in terms of a consumer grade model was a company called Ultimaker. They make the software Cura. And
that's what I use.
They had a 3D printer called the Ultimaker S3 or something. It was like, I want to say $3,000, and we were like, it's a business expense. Let's get a nice one so we're not troubleshooting it every time we want to print something. Yeah.
The one here?
Yeah. So it could print 2 colors, which was exciting. That was a new technology for me at the time. Never use it, but it could do it. That was cool.
I remember the coolest thing when I started getting into it with you was you had water-soluble filament that you could use for
like support
the
material.
supports.
Yeah.
And then just put it in water, and overnight they would disappear.
Yeah.
When I started using them, the supports I didn't know what I was doing. So my supports were like just as thick, then like stuck to it, and I could never get them off. I thought that was the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
Now I know what I'm doing, and I don't need that. But that was
great.
great.
The technology for supports has gotten a lot better too. It used to be that it had to print a lot of extra stuff, and now they do like those tree structures.
The tree, yeah.
And that really saves on filament and stuff. But yeah, that was cool. It had multiple nozzles to be able to do support in a different kind of material, like you're saying. So we had it, and I've used it for various things. I actually, every couple weeks, speaking of Stranger Things, I have to print a new drop target ledge for Stranger Things. And it's because, let's be clear, I could make one that probably wouldn't break, but I don't have the kind of plastic I need. PLA is not the strongest plastic,
right.
And a drop target ledge is incredibly thin. But it's a part that I designed. I looked at an existing one, measured it out, designed it in Tinkercad, and every couple of weeks he's like, Tim, I need a new drop target ledge.
Done.
25 minutes later, it's printed. I hand it to him, and he installs it, and the drop targets work on Stranger Things again.
Wow.
So, like,
I didn't know that.
I
didn't know it was that often.
Yeah, so it absolutely does help on certain things, and I want to look into it for other consumable parts like flipper links. I mean, I buy those on Marco, and if I could print them, I mean, they're already plastic. If I could print those pieces, I could save on money and just in time.
I'll tell you what, I'll get my Xbox Connect out and we'll 3D scan one.
Right.
And then you can put it in and slice it.
The quality of the Connect was not great, I'll be clear.
So you looked like Shrek?
So, yeah, right, exactly. So, but anyway.
Anyway.
I hadn't, all that to be said.
Fast forward to 3 weeks ago.
Fast forward to 3 weeks ago. I think you or somebody sent me this, I think Mark actually in our group text sent a Pokemon Pinball topper. And it was cool looking.
Yeah, what was so funny about that is I called one of my friends because he does acrylic.
Yeah.
And he like laser etches acrylic. So I'm on the way home that day and I'm talking to him and he's like, yeah, man, I can do this for you. That's easy. Because I'm thinking we'll put a light under it and we'll make it glow like the Guardians of the Galaxy one.
Right.
And the next day, Mark sent that thing and it was like all the colors and
got
huge
like all these
and
characters. It's a super cool looking
it was great.
Big topper.
And then I knew your brain was starting to go.
It was clearly 3D printed, and I was like, that's yet another thing where like a nice 3D printer could be useful. Like, I mean, I can't print like that. Those large files. My build plate on that's not very big. It's never been reliable on super long prints and those kind of things, even though it is fairly reliable. And I was like, let me just see what's out there. And I had done it a couple months ago, but I looked again, and it just shocked me. So, like, particularly this is a Bamboo printer, probably one of the more popular companies out like now. Like Bamboo and Creality, I feel like are the two top ones, and Bamboo is probably.
I have a Creality. I have an old one. I have an Ender 3 Pro.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's old, but it's one color and it does what I need it to do.
Sure. Yeah.
And it was funny because just a couple months ago, I was talking to you about me upgrading and getting one to do multicolors. And I sent you one and you were like, that looks like a DIY project.
Yeah.
That looks like something. And I was like, well, yeah, but it's really highly rated and everything. I think it was a Bamboo. And then you went out and got the mansion of 3D printers.
It's not the highest end one, but I started looking at them and like, this printer is like, it's got an enclosure, it can do 4 different colors, and you can actually add more on in a different way to add even more, like up to, I think, 16 colors or something if you wanted. You can, I mean, the build plate's like this big. It's really...
Well, and it's tall too, so I mean, you can make it's not just wide, but you can also go up.
Yeah,
also.
I think the size of one thing that I can print is about 10-inch cube.
Like 10 by 10.
Yeah, 10 by 10 by 10.
Yeah.
So, fairly large structures in there. But they figured out what Apple figured out a long time ago is that the ecosystem is where it's at. You're not just buying a printer. You got to have a place to download prints. You got to have the app on your phone. You want to be able to monitor your print. You want to be able to, I could pull up my phone and show you what I'm printing right now, except we're recording our podcast on it. But,
on it, yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like they figured out the whole ecosystem and they own all of it. It's the Bamboo's this Chinese company and they were like, we're going to build it all. So it's going to be able to make time-lapse videos and put them on a thumb drive for you automatically. But you can download them through the app if you want. And you can download those files and print them from your phone. And you can, all of that stuff. They even so much if you design stuff yourself and upload it and people have the ability to go, oh, I like that, and they like it, and they share it, but they can also boost it, and you get money for it. So there are people out there who have designed files that are so popular that they're buying 3D printers with gift cards because Bamboo feeds back into the community. They have like a whole crowdfunding campaign thing where somebody can come out and say, you know, if I raise this much money, then I'm going to create this type of design, and so like there's really interesting stuff happening there. So like they have the whole ecosystem, and on top of all that, like this printer is amazing. It's got the camera, it's got all of those features. $800. So one of those amazing instances where not only did all the technology like it's miles better than since the last time I looked at it, but it's also
the Thingabot.
But it's also cheaper. Incredibly cheap.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think all in, like I bought like 20 filaments and the printer, and I was like $1,000, you know, total. So it was just like,
and as much as you're using it already.
Oh yeah.
And we're gonna design. I mean, we can literally do a topper for every pinball machine now.
And we saw like one of the guy that I picked up a machine from recently. His son builds toppers for it, and I mean that's exactly how he's designing it. I need to learn more about 3D design. That's probably my weakest point. I can do some basic stuff, but anything
Tinkercad's fun. I mean, how much more complicated do you need to be than Tinkercad? Because I can make pretty much whatever I need to ever. Yeah. But it's time consuming.
Sure.
So how could you speed that up?
I think that's where like I just don't know like what's the mindset of somebody building a topper, like a 3D print thing. Like where did they go to make that? Because like I helped you print some stuff for your Spider-Man pinball machine.
Yeah.
And to make a topper, but it was like a lot of like aftermarket stuff. Like somebody had already created.
They already made it. You found a model and you're like, oh, this would be great.
Yeah. And then it was just like, all right, well here's a logo. I can make that this thick and kind of extrude it out. And all right, cool, we can do that. And so, but I'd like to learn how, like from scratch, how you might be able to like, you know, just like how you use Photoshop, right? Like how could you use Photoshop but in 3 dimensions, right? And do something that you
I've done things from Photoshop into 3D so that I could print it.
Yeah.
I've done like words especially. It's very easy to do like whatever, Guns N' Roses or whatever, and then make it 3D and then save it as a 3D file and put it in Tinkercad.
Right.
And then, so, yeah, I've done that. It would amaze me, I bet, if we found out how to do it now.
So show and tell, I did bring something. This is a sneak peek. The podcast gets the sneak peek.
But only if you're watching the podcast. If you're just listening, you're like, what the hell's going on?
That's true. This is just audio. Yeah. You're going to feel like you need to go to YouTube right now.
You do.
And
bookmark the time and...
That's right. Bookmark the time. But so
check it out.
We have the Pokemon Pinball machine, which means we'll have a launch party. It is our end-of-month pinball tournament in April this month. So it's late.
I'm not going to be here.
Yeah. Sorry. You can't win one of these. But
you can print me one anyway.
Yeah. So it's like April 30th or thereabouts or whatever.
Yeah, 29th or 30th,
but, somebody had uploaded this file. I'm going to get up here in the camera so you can actually see.
I hope it focuses.
Oh, it'll be fine. So that is the 3rd place trophy for our Pokemon Pinball launch party. Each trophy has a different Pokeball. So this is your standard red and white one. And then I guess there's... And again, I'm going to tell on myself with the lore.
There's more than one?
There is a Master Ball, and there is a Great Ball, I think, or something. So
fire?
They have different colors.
Please tell me it's like orange and red.
And then they also have different Pokemon characters. So this is Pikachu, and then we've got Charmander and Squirtle. So
Squirtle and the Great Ball.
So we've got awesome trophies. I'm excited for our pinball tournament. And I got to figure out what you said I should do something for 4th place, like a keychain.
A keychain. Do that flipper. Sure. Just do the flipper as the keychain.
Flipper keychain. I could do that. Yeah. 100%.
Easy.
So.
Or the Pokeball.
Yeah.
Do a Pokeball keychain. Yeah. And then just.
So. Exciting. It's obviously just the start, but we've been talking about toppers and other stuff. I definitely am going to use it for pinball repair, and stuff like that.
I think that's
I've been busy right now printing stuff for the printer, which is always fun. So
I had to do that for mine. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't even use mine until I printed the stuff so that I could use it. It was so infuriating.
I'm printing right now like a storage cart for all of the rolls of filament that I got, because I got like 20 rolls and they're all just stacked up on a table, and I'm like, this could be better. And obviously people have come out with all these files, and so like I'm printing like an actual rack, like it's like this tall, it's multiple pieces.
Yeah, that that's huge.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not solid. It's, like...
like Lego it together.
Pop them in and do those things or whatever. But yeah, that way I'll have it all kind of like nice and neat on the table. And I got to figure out a better storage situation long term for my station. Is the whole thing messy, but my old basement's messy at the moment, but that's okay. So it's at my house, which is nice, which means it's easier access to be able to do things. Even my daughter and wife have taken advantage of the fact that I have it. My daughter wanted some fidget toys and things to play with. My wife wanted some things for her kindergarten classroom. So I
wanted a fidget toy. Yeah. I got a fidget toy.
You got a fidget toy, yeah.
It's Pokeball, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
So, been having fun with it. It's really cool. So, yeah, 3D printing, who knew?
You did.
I did.
All the way back to the Thingabot.
I've been playing with it for a long time, but this is a whole new world for me of just how easy it's gotten, which is
I'm glad you got that, man, because it's one of those toys that you'll dive into and really get to know.
Yeah.
I feel like. Mm-hmm. And then you'll be like, yeah, let's do that. Done. Let's do that. All right, give me 5 minutes. Done.
Yeah.
I mean, the Spider-Man you printed, now it wasn't your thing. It wasn't your file or whatever.
Sure.
But they came out really good, and the web came out really nice. So Hogwarts Castle is next.
Yeah, that's going to be big.
Enormous. That'll be multiple pieces.
Yeah.
Maybe 3.
And it's multiple colors.
Or we could just do it in gray and I could paint it.
Do it in one color and you could paint it. Maybe do it that way.
That'd be cool.
Save on the waste.
The airbrush painting didn't go that well. I did, but it didn't. I ended up going over everything with a brush. But I think that helped with the layering of it. Anyway, that's another
story.
I didn't bring that.
Yeah, 3D printing, awesome. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, and then maybe we can just quickly touch on some of the events that we have coming up. I might have to remind myself because I don't even know. We're already in April, folks. Like, how is it already April?
And the events that we had this month.
Oh, yeah, the ones that we already went through. So, yeah. But the other thing that I wanted to talk about is a really exciting addition to the arcade. I think some people started playing with it last week.
Oh, yeah.
But I haven't talked about it online yet or anything like that. And it's kind of like it's an upgrade and an addition. So I don't know if I've ever talked about this company called Scorbit on the podcast. Scorbit is a company that's trying to create connected pinball. And it's kind of in the same vein as Insider Connected, but it's across all different brands. It's across all different
manufacturers, all different games, all different eras.
Yeah.
Stern Insider Connected is Stern Insider Connected. And it's not even
Stern modern games.
Right. It's not even the older Stern games. So you can get Scorbit. Scorbit used to be in JJP games.
That's right. And they stopped supporting it for some reason.
And they were like,
I don't know why.
We don't want you anymore. Yeah. And everybody was thinking, well, JJP is going to come out with their own Insider Connected. They're going to, and they have not.
They never did.
And I don't think they want to. I don't think there's even talk about doing it. So Scorbit takes care of that.
And it goes beyond even what Insider Connected does. So Insider Connected's cool because you get a leaderboard and it tracks your scores. And
Insider Connected's not that cool.
You get the achievements. Those are fun.
No, they're not.
Badges.
I'm not 12.
All right, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
No, don't agree with him about that.
The achievements are fun. When you're playing and an achievement comes up, it is an adrenaline rush.
It's annoying. All because I want to see the score.
You'd be better as a licenser. You'd be like, I don't want that achievement.
You're true. Take
them all off the screen.
Okay, cool.
I think it's cool. I'm not
a billion points in my lifetime.
Right,
I don't care.
All right, fine. I'm not going to oversell it, but I don't think it's bad. But
that's what achievements. Scorbit's going to be better.
Scorbit is a lot better. So Scorbit tracks.
Tell them why.
So there's a couple reasons. And I'm not a shill for this company, to be clear, but it's just I love cool technology, and it is cool technology. Scorbit tracks the scores in real time while you're playing it. So you're going to see this. I don't know if we're streaming the women's tournament this week. If I do end up,
not.
I don't know if we'll stream the women's tournament, but you'll definitely see it on the stream for the end of month one, as well as like well, not Allentown because those aren't my games, but at the end of month pinball tournament, a lot of the games now are connected in Scorbit. Before I had 4, and now I have many more, and we will get real-time scores on all of those games.
We've put them up there on the old games before, on the stream, and it's down on the bottom, and it comes up like as they're doing it, and it tells you what they're doing too, like they're in multi-ball.
Like some of the games definitely support saying, like on Twilight Zone's a good example of that one, where it's like, you just got a fast lock, or you're in this particular multi-ball, Powerball, this kind of thing. So
that's pretty amazing technology.
It tells you where they are on things, as well as real-time scores, so you don't have to be like looking at a screen that's the camera's pointed, zoomed in at a DMD or something. Even if the animations are covering it, doesn't matter. Like on a Stern game, you could have King Kong with 25 animations, and you don't know, like, have you beat the score or not. On Scorbit, it knows exactly what all 4 of those scores are. So like, that part is really interesting. There's some other cool upgrades to it. So I mentioned we had 4 games before. Scorbit had what they called their version 1 boards, and that was when I first started getting into it with them. They had upgraded their model. When they first launched, they wanted to try like almost like a monthly charge type of situation, a subscription model. And for an operator that's got 19 games,
people were like, no.
It's like $20 a game per month. I'm like, yeah, I can't.
Was it really? It wasn't like a flat rate for an operator?
It was a high monthly fee. And I was just sort of like, that's going to be a no for me. And you still had to buy all the hardware. So like, it was like, not only was the hardware not inexpensive, it's like a mod for a game, and a couple $100, right? So like, that is a big investment to put in. But then the subscription, I was like, I'm not even going to do that to myself. As much as the tech side of it is interesting to me, I'm like, I just can't afford it.
It's not
they got rid of all the subscription stuff, and they were like, if you buy the hardware, the service is free. And I was like, now we're talking. So I didn't do it. I did it on the 4 games, the 4 older games I had at the time that were compatible, which were Attack from Mars, Addams Family, Twilight Zone, and World Cup Soccer.
And Dog Soccer.
All my DMD-based games. None of my super older ones like Comet or what did I have, Arena, or even before Arena, it was Space Invaders. Like, those games weren't supported by them.
What about Cactus Canyon?
Cactus Canyon is not supported yet.
It's CGC.
CGC has to do it. And then I didn't touch the Sterns because I was like, they've already got Insider connected.
Yeah.
So, like I said, it's not inexpensive. Even just those 4 games, those version 1 boards it was probably about $1,400 total I paid to install those. But those, the way it operated was you had a QR code that you would scan, and then you would say, yes, I'm playing this game, and it would go, okay, Collins is playing, he's player 2, or a player 1, or whatever the case may be, and then it tracks your scores and puts them on leaderboards and stuff like that. So a little different. Stern gives you a QR code. Scorbit has a QR code that you're scanning, so just swapping that around. So your profile is in the app. You're using the Scorbit app to scan this QR code.
In Stern Insider Connected, you scan.
You're scanning in to say, I am the player here right now.
But it's scanning you.
Right.
The game is scanning you. In Scorbit, you were scanning it. And then you got what's the difference between Scorbit and iScored?
Yeah, iScored, that's a great question, actually. iScored was a leaderboard software that it's more manual. It just brings in everything, and like, people would scan a QR code and say, I got this score, here's a picture of it. And you could do it for so that allowed me to have a leaderboard with all 19 games.
Which was great, because then I could get on the leaderboard.
So if you're playing Evil Dead,
yes,
nothing is supported. There is no internet connected thing at all.
Right.
But you can still enter a score, take a photo, and now you've got an Evil Dead leaderboard, and it's a part of all it.
Which was different than the Scorbit stuff.
It's not automated.
Scorbit was automated, and it was on the stream. We could see it live.
Interestingly enough, Scorbit does support the same thing that iScored does, which is like, if you don't have a board in there, you can still record a game score. So it might be a little redundant. So I'm having to think through that a little bit because there's lots of QR codes on my game right now.
I know. That's what I was just thinking. I have one it scans me, and then
too much.
There's
right?
the tech one that you scan the QR code if you have a problem with the game, and now there's the I scored one, and I haven't even been here to see this. I just saw the little Scorbit thing.
Yeah. So there's some of that to figure out. Like, how can I make this not be overwhelming? But it's cool tech. So that was that was all the version 1 Scorbit stuff. Scorbit fast forward to last year at Pinball Expo. September, October, somewhere thereabouts time frame. I think October. They come out with their version 2. It's a whole new board, new hardware, and a whole entire system. Particularly, they're focusing on locations. They really want to be able to push the idea of a couple different things. One of them being that they could be a payment processor. And so they got rid of QR codes entirely, and now they are a tap pad. Uses NFC. You probably use it for like tapping your phone to pay, like
when I scan my card,
Google Pay, like those kind of You're tapping your card. So you tap it. That's how it knows. Hey, Collins wants to play this game.
Really?
So you tap that.
Do I need an app?
You do. You need the Scorbit app. You tap that, and then you say open, and it opens into the Scorbit app onto that game, and
at that location, it knows that game.
Reclaim Arcade. You just stepped up to Comet, and you say start game, and the game starts. Like, you tap on the app. I'm not lying to you. You tap on the app, start game, and player 1 is up, and so it remotely turns the game to the start of the game. And starts it, and it's tracking your scores and everything.
So I can remotely start a game?
Yes.
That might get in the way. People will be like, add player 2.
Right. Well, that's always been a little bit of a concern. And there's probably only offers that for the NFC. You have to be in front of it to tap it. So you have to be standing there. You can't do it from your house or something like that.
Okay.
But
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. In fact, I know that to be true because I've looked at stuff from my house, and it's just, record a score versus tap the game to start. But they're also using the tap feature to do those payments, so you can add money into your account. And this doesn't apply here because we're a free play arcade. But take, for example, like let's say Dale and Mike wanted to add Scorbit tap pads to their games. They could do that, and now they don't have to take quarters. You don't have to get quarters. You could be like, I got $5, let me Apple Pay $10 into my Scorbit app, and then just tap there and start playing. So
it's like a card.
It's like a card thing without even having to buy a card. Like, it's all within their app, so you can literally just add money into your wallet.
Operators don't need to buy card dispensers.
Yeah.
And all those things.
And so they're working with operators to get these things. I don't have to walk around with 4 different
cards in my wallet because I didn't use all my credits.
And the operators don't have to buy all that expensive hardware.
That's what I mean. Yeah, they don't have to get all the things.
Scorbit's working with locations to provide this stuff for free. So, or I shouldn't say free. Free is always a loaded term. It's at no initial cost, and then there's like a revenue share model that Scorbit does, where it's like, you spend $20 at Maltese, they take maybe like $4 or $5 of it, and so like they have a business model out of it, and meanwhile Maltese doesn't have to buy an expensive card system, they
don't have to do all the extras and buy more cards and buy and keep up with
right. So interesting model. It doesn't matter here because we're, again, like I said, we're a free play arcade. However, you are going to add money into your account.
Because
tell you why.
This is the only thing that I know about this.
And again, I think I can talk about this because this podcast won't come out till tomorrow, and tomorrow it's going live. And it also is so delayed in terms of I don't have all the information. So not all of this is going to be correct because I haven't seen this in person yet. And I don't know all of what they're still, Scorbit is still deciding everything that they're going to do, but this is really cool. There are only maybe 10 locations in the US right now that have this new Scorbit hardware. So it was very exciting that when I reached out to them, they were like, yeah, let's work together. And it only took so long because they had to make sure that there were specific laws around jackpots and gaming devices in Virginia because every state is different on how they handle jackpots when money is involved. And the reason money would be involved here is because they're going to support tournament play through their app. Competitions.
Which is cool as hell.
It's really cool.
But where's
really
Scorbit
cool.
based?
Scorbit, I don't know that they have a home base. I know one of the guys lives on the West Coast, but I don't know if they all do.
I think Steve got the boards at Pinball Room.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you said that, I was like,
the old style or the new?
The new ones. He had because he said something that had the little like
the NFC tap pads.
Yeah,
they're making a big push to get these at a lot of locations for sure, and so they want.
But there's only a handful right now, like 10 or 12.
It's very.
I mean, he's just in Charlottesville, so that's pretty cool. That
yeah. And so here's how it's going to work. Tomorrow, Scorbit is going to launch their tournaments feature to everybody. It's going to be a big push on their social media to say, hey, you might have noticed this in the new app that we just pushed last week, but you can be involved in tournaments. You can add money and start to pay to enter tournaments now. Here are the locations that are holding a tournament, and Reclaim Arcade will be one of those. The game that is going to be played, and it's a best game format basically, right? Like,
get the best score.
Get the best score, but it's not, you don't have to be in a room on Wednesday night at 6 o'clock. This tournament's going to last for 2 weeks long. So it starts tomorrow on Stranger Things, and each entry is $2. So you step up to the game and you say, I want to do a tournament entry, and you tap the button and you tap, it goes, all right, Collins, we're going to take $2 from you, go ahead and play. And then you put up a score. And there's going to be a leaderboard and everything, and you'll know exactly where you stand, and you'll be able to see on your phone from your house whether or not Matt Larson beat you or whatever the case may be.
Dale.
Here's what's cool about it. 2 things, actually. One really incredible thing that I just found out yesterday, and I don't know what the actual dollar amount is going to be, but Scorbit is going to initially fund the jackpot with something on the order of maybe $250. So there's going to be real prize money for this. And the second cool thing is that $2 tournament entry, $1 of it's going into the jackpot. So over that 2 weeks, the prize money is going to get bigger and bigger as people keep playing Stranger Things and trying to get the high score on it, putting those entries in. And it's not a winner-takes-all deal.
This is a bad idea.
The top 4 people win prize money.
I'm going to lose a lot of money.
It is definitely, what do they call them? Pump and dump?
Yes, yeah. This is gambling in pinball style, and I am in deep trouble.
It's going to be so awesome.
Oh, boy.
I can't wait. Well, top four win money. I don't know.
Don't tell me that, because they're going to be like, I can be in the top 4. I know I can be in the top 4.
Yeah. I don't know what the breakdown and percentage of the prize money will be, but it's super amazing that Scorbit's going to actually throw money in there. We'll be able to run any tournament that we want whenever we want with the exact same model, but you're starting at $0. They're going to allow the jackpot to start at $250 and grow from there. So it's going to be serious money involved with this one, and just really fun for us all to test it out and play. I've already added money into my Scorbit account. I know I'm going to be putting some entries in.
All right. I need a Scorbit account, because I need to be able to.
You already have one. I know you have a Scorbit account because you used to have it for your GNR.
Oh, it's the same one?
Same one. You just need to update. Okay. You just need to update the app.
I got to go do that. I don't have the app anymore because I don't have GNR JJP.
So download the app, get logged in, make sure you're good to go there.
It's only on this machine, right? It's only you can't so. This is what gave me the idea. Pinball Room has the Stranger Things. We're not competing because they're different machines.
No, it is this is my understanding is that the tournaments feature, this is a challenge happening at Reclaim Arcade. So
right.
And there'd be no way. I mean, you have different games, different styles.
That's what I mean.
Some people have extra balls.
Ours is 7.5, and that one's at 7, and this one plays.
This is the Stranger Things at Reclaim Arcade.
It has to be this machine that you win on. Okay. Yep. All right.
So.
And it's going to be $2 a pop?
Yes. $2 per tournament entry.
And it's live to see? Do you know what this is going to be like? This is going to be like, where were we? Where we were at the top, and then we just watch. Oh, right. Flippers. Or just down.
So it's going to be a lot of fun, and this is a feature that I'm really excited about. We'll be able to put it up on the TV, have the score, the leaderboards for the competition up there. So
yeah, that's fun.
It's fun, right?
That's
and
pretty cool.
There are other.
I got a question for you.
There's so much other stuff they want to do. When I was talking to the team, when we were talking about, I was excited about the technology. And I'm like, oh, have y'all ever thought of this? And they were like, oh, we're thinking about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's so much they can do because they have access to so much data. I said, you could run a ping golf tournament without scorekeepers, and they said, yeah, we can. So you could say you have to get this score and know how many balls it took you to get to that score and put in a golf card, all without.
It could all do it. It could do it.
Yeah.
Scorbit does it for you.
Yeah. So like Scorbit has a way of running things like that without any scorekeepers or tournament directors or anything. And I just think like there's a lot of opportunity there for what they could play with.
Before they get into all that, would you consider reclaim doing what Scorbit is doing and saying, okay, we're going to have a Pokemon tournament because it's the newest one, and I'm going to start the jackpot at $100.
100%.
So you would say $100 plus what everybody, $1 from each one. So you would put into it
if it's something that they support. I'll have to see, obviously they can do whatever they want on the back end, but I don't know that they've built the software to allow that right now. But I'm sure if it's on their roadmap to be able to.
Yeah,
I would absolutely do that because you want it to be attractive, right? Like, obviously any tournament's fun as the jackpot grows, but it's cool to be able to say like, Reclaim Arcade is going to go ahead and throw this much in to begin with.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then if you say that, you'll get people come play just to do that.
Totally. Yeah.
I think so. I think people would come to do that.
Now, you mentioning Pokemon brings up a really good point on which games are and are not supported. So that's the tournament. That's going to be on Stranger Things. We'll be posting about it tomorrow, as well as Scorbit will be. In the meantime,
I think
get the Scorbit app. Get an account if you don't have one. They're free. It's free to get an account. You don't have to add money. You don't have to participate in the tournament if you don't want to, but it's still really cool to be able to log your scores and see a leaderboard and all that kind of stuff.
I remember when I used it,
and I'm thinking of how I can combine leaderboards to make everything. iScored brings in the Stern stuff. I think maybe I could have the Scorbit stuff come into iScored, or I could just say, we're not going to use iScored. We're going to use Scorbit for everything.
Can you put iScored or Scorbit on the leaderboards?
Like on the TV?
Yeah. Yes. Like you do for iScored.
Yep.
So iScored might be.
So I don't know if it's a separate page or if I want to combine them all together or what I'm going to do there in terms of the leaderboards. But get all that updated. There are some games that Scorbit doesn't support right now. And so those won't have tap pads. They have a way for you to record a score manually and take a photo just like iScored does. Evil Dead is one of them. And my understanding is they actually had a sit-down talk with Spooky at TPF. So I'm hopeful that talk was productive. So their biggest challenge with companies right now is just companies are busy doing work. They're busy building games. Spooky is all in on Beetlejuice, and you got this company going, hey, we've got this thing. We'd love for you. It's just a couple lines of code, and we can give you developer time, and we can help it out. And they're just sort of like, we'll get back to you, and then they never get back to them. So I think, the Spooky is one of those. Barrels of Fun is another one. And
so it's not Evil Dead, it's Spooky. It's not just Evil Dead, but Spooky across the board, nothing is supported.
Yeah.
So Barrels of Fun.
And a lot of
CGC?
CGC, not yet. And a lot of these companies, keep in mind, don't require hardware. It's all software based. Pulp Fiction, the next code update, will have it supported. So I'll get another tap pad and Pulp Fiction will be supported, but waiting on Play Mechanics to issue that update, and it's been a while. So no news on when that's going to actually come. That company works very slow, CGC and Play Mechanics and all of that. So but that will be, they've promised that one is going to have it in there once that update comes out, whenever it does. As you mentioned, Jersey Jack had it and then just stopped supporting it and removed it. So I don't know if there's bad blood there or what the background story is.
I remember not updating my GNR for a very long time so that I could keep Scorbit, and then all of a sudden, even without the update, it just wouldn't work.
But I don't have Jersey Jack games in the arcade anyway. In terms of what's in the arcade that's not supported, Pulp Fiction right now, Evil Dead, Cactus Canyon, and Jungle Lord.
Jungle Lord.
Here's what sucks about it. Jungle Lord.
The game?
Jungle Lord would have been supported, and I got a board for it because they support Williams System 7 boards. I would have had it working until I opened up Jungle Lord and realized that it's some modern board called a Lisa Dev board in there or something. So it's actually a newer FPGA style like emulation board in there. Kind of like Rotten Dog, if you've ever heard that term.
Rotten Dog,
yeah. Same idea.
There we go. I'm on board now.
You're on board.
Got it.
So it's not supported, but they're looking in to see if they could add their software into it somehow. But that one gets really difficult because it's like this. Apparently this board is just like somebody's open source little side project, and he just puts it out. And if you want to have one,
really?
You have to like pay for the PCB to get made and DIY it.
You're not going to be able to code into
I
that.
I didn't know that was in the back box at Jungle Lord. So Jungle Lord is not supported right now, but
don't sweat it.
Every single Stern is supported, as well as all the DMD base games, and Comet has it in there. So
why? You might not have picked it, but why Stranger Things for the first one if it has Stern Insider connected on it?
Oh, I also meant to say, and this is the whole reason I said Pokemon brings up a good point. Pokemon is not supported because it's Spike 3. They're working on it.
I thought that's what you were going to say.
Yeah. I forgot to mention that. So Pokemon's, unfortunately...
So none of the Spike 3s are supported?
Spike 3 right now isn't supported. Once they figure it out, they'll all be supported.
Right.
Because it's all software-based. Those don't... all the Sterns don't have a tap pad, and it's just USB into the board itself, into the Stern board. There's no other hardware in that game at all, and it's able to track it all. So it's doing it all in software. It's
kind of a tap pad? How do you scan in?
It has a tap pad, but it doesn't have a board in the back box. There's no additional hardware other than a tap pad. Whereas these older style games,
they have their own board.
Oh, they've got multiple boards. I had to pull a CPU chip out of the board, stick it on their daughter board, and stick it back in so that they can monitor everything happening in the computer of like Addams Family and all that. And then it looks at the DMD and it reads everything that comes across that DMD and it puts all of that into their data too, so that they can figure out what's happening in the game. So there's a lot going on there now.
Yeah.
But it works. So these modern companies, if they'll work with Scorbit, it's all software based and they're willing to have their developers get it. And the best thing that they've said is like, just tell them you want it. Like if you've got the ear of someone, if you can put in a support ticket and just say, I just want you all to know. So I did that with Barrels of Fun. I said, I filled out their contact form and I said, just want you to know I'm an operator, very excited to be rolling these things out. We have a Winchester on order, and man, would I love for Barrels of Fun to take some time to maybe think about integrating this, because I think it's a cool product.
Did you guys catch that Easter egg?
Oh, did I never talk about that?
I don't know.
I mean, I've told people in person here, so it's not really a secret.
I know.
I don't know when it's coming either. So they're not making them quickly. That's for sure. Secret. So you get all the secrets here on the
Matt already got his.
Yeah. He bought it a lot earlier than me.
Does he still have it?
Yeah.
No
way. He still says it's bolted to the floor. He loves the game. Like, we'll see if that pans out, but
he still loves it?
He loves it. So,
really?
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
That makes my heart happy for Matt.
So yeah, Scorbit all the things. There's way more cool stuff to come. You'll see some of that in action on the next time that we're streaming on Twitch in terms of bringing in all of those scores in real time. I got to figure out an interface for, I think I've got 14 Scorbit enabled games now. Oh, you'll see it in Match Play.
Yeah.
Now, like 14 of the 19 games are going to submit scores for you automatically. So, like, you're not even going to have to go, who came in first, second, third, fourth. Every single Scorbit-enabled game is going to automatically have the scores.
It does it.
It does it for you. All you have to do is say, yes, you're correct, and hit OK. So, it's definitely going to make the submission of scores way easier for everybody.
That's nice.
Yeah. Super cool.
That's good.
Yeah. So, very excited about that.
I like this podcast. We talked a lot of pinball today.
We did. Mm-hmm. It has been a very pinball-heavy one, but, it's the life we live. Let's talk about events. You want to talk about past events and future ones. So, God, I don't remember. I know we were getting ready for Fool's Fest. Or maybe it wasn't even on our radar when we last recorded, but, it's been on our radar for months. But Fool's Fest was the Ultimate Frisbee players. They come every year, and it's always a lot of work, and they came again.
A lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
A lot of work and a lot of people and a lot.
Yeah.
Everything is a lot with Fool's Fest. A lot of karaoke, a lot of singing, a lot of music, a lot of drinks, a lot of people, a lot of glitter.
Did you find it any easier this year than in years past, or about the same, no different?
I think this was the smoothest, easiest year that has been.
Yeah.
I can remember a couple years ago, it was not.
Someone did tell me that it was less of a crowd, and when I say that, that's misleading because I think there were 300 and
by like what 20 people?
By like 100. They said like normally it'd be 500, and they said it was closer to like 380, so 120 people or so. So, which might be true. I don't know. It's once you get to those numbers, it's kind of hard to know the difference.
It didn't really feel like it, but
still a sea of people. But
it was where I mean, my point of view was.
Well, you're always
nut to butt all night long,
and that's always going to be the case because you're where the music and you're where the party is.
Yeah, I was.
Where I can tell it is like, is the living room packed? Is the outside packed?
Yeah.
In addition to where you.
I know a few years ago, everywhere was packed.
Yeah.
Like I know the outdoors was packed. The year that the Camel was here, everybody was everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know if it probably wasn't that way this year, but I mean it was smooth. Everybody was great. Everybody, I mean, there were people there that I remembered again, and they remembered me, and it was like I think that familiarity didn't lead to like people being idiots because they were like, oh yeah, it's this place to get. Yeah, like this is. They were respectful and realized like, oh yeah. So I thought it was really, really good. I mean.
Yeah, I was really nervous going into it. I mean, this is probably the biggest event that we do. Just without a doubt in terms of number of people.
Yeah, number of people, sure.
It's the biggest. So that takes a lot of logistical planning. They are all heavy drinkers, and that requires a lot of logistical planning.
I mean, there was beer in every nook and cranny and corner for 2 weeks.
I mean, there's
everywhere.
There's been years past where we couldn't keep it cold, and so like that became the issue. Was like, how do you refrigerate this much alcohol? And so. And this, I think I was very nervous going into it this year because this is the first year that we have liquor. First year that we have our license to serve mixed beverages. But what do you do with that, right? Like, how are we handling that? And so I feel like we had a good system in place. We kind of made a limited bar menu so that it wasn't like people weren't going to be ordering, you weren't getting your mojito on Saturday night.
Dude, it's been so long since I had a mojito. You guys have driven them out of me. You won't even let me order them anymore.
Well, we weren't letting anybody order anything that wasn't on our menu that night, so it was very structured.
That was a really, really good idea.
It worked out very well.
You guys pre-batched the Rockstar drink.
We did.
It was good.
It was good. This was the problem. Pre-batched too much of that, and it's always hard to when you're talking scale of this number. It's hard to know what the quantity is going to be, and.
Well, yeah, and if they just all drink PBR and don't drink any of that, then you're screwed anyway.
And how do you have no data from years past? I had all the data that I needed for things like Mick Ultra, PBR, those kind of things. I knew what they ordered.
A lot.
But I had no idea how many people would order Rockstar Lemonades or not, right? Because we've never had them before. I had no idea how many people might buy a Buzzball because we've never had them before. And so, like, it's a lot harder to guess quantities on those.
I know how many people were getting Jell-O shots.
All
of them.
I sold
all of them. And let's be clear, people. Look, gosh,
how many? I think I made 220.
I want to get the zapper gun down there for this.
The zapper gun.
The Jell-O shots are this big around. Mm-hmm. They're not like a little syringe. They're a big syringe.
Big syringe, yeah.
I mean, I had multiple people come up and be like, "Look at the size of that!" Like it was. I can remember people just doing this and being like, and it just like dripping into their mouth. They weren't even like full on. That was definitely a success. I made 220 of them. I had some more Jell-O, and I was like, Paula, do I have to keep doing this? And she was like, no. And I'm like, okay, thank you. And so I was just tired. I had made so much, and we were running out of places to put them, and I was just in storage. But that was a big success.
But we also forgot to put them out at first. And it didn't
matter.
It didn't matter. But at first, it wasn't until I think 10 o'clock. And I was like, oh, crap, the Jell-O shots. So we pull them out. We get the bin with the ice. We put them in there and stick them out. And I
made an announcement. It was like bees to honey.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, everybody was just buying like, oh.
I have a great picture of
Let me get 14 for all of my friends. And
yes.
I just start handing them out to people.
I have a great picture of about 10 people. And every person in the picture is at the same time doing a Jello, whoop, that was good.
They are so profitable. Like, it is so stupid. It is so crazy. Like, of all the things, I mean, I buy a 60-pack of those syringes for $24, and then I can make, let's say I'm doing one flavor, like the Fireball Cherry. That's going to take 5 packages of Jello, which is maybe $5 total.
Yeah, there's a $1 pack.
And it's going to take a $14 bottle of Fireball that may not even use the whole bottle. It actually probably won't. It'll probably only use half the bottle of Fireball. So it's about $7 worth of liquor, $5 of Jello, and $20. I sold them for $3 a piece, made $180. Like, it is stupid.
Just on that.
Just on those 60.
Yeah.
So the 220, like, we probably made over $1,000.
That's pretty good ROI on
It's
that.
crazy.
That's pretty good.
So
wow, yeah, that's really good.
Jello shots are amazing. It's just a lot of work.
Let's keep that in mind next year for the Buzz Balls.
So, yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the thing. It's like you can do really well on one thing, and then, we sold a lot of PBR and other things. So that was kind of in line with the numbers that we thought we would have. The one thing was I had this rep who is always pushing Buzz Balls. It's actually the rep for, Sazerac is a big company that has like all the bourbons and stuff, but they own Fireball, they own Buzz Balls. And normally I'm like, yeah, this isn't a Buzz Balls kind of arcade. Like, I'm not a dive bar. I don't, I think of gas stations when I think of Buzz Balls.
I didn't even know what they were.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, what's a Buzz Ball?
Yeah.
No idea what they were.
That might be why they're trying to push them. So,
well,
but anyway,
they pushed.
I was like, you know what? For this crowd, that might work because they're basically pre-made cocktails in an indestructible ball. Like,
and you weren't going to be making cocktails.
They look like a little baseball, and it's like, they had like margaritas, like a strawberry margarita that's actually really tasty. A pink lemonade one. They're like 15%. So like they live up to the Buzz name. Like, holy crap, you drink one and you're like, oh boy,
yeah,
I need to sit down now. So, but all of that would have been fine with the exception of, like, I always have in my head 500 people. And when we were talking about Buzz Balls, I thought, well, they'll probably get one when they first come in, and many might have another. We should probably do 1,000. And I don't know why in my head I thought everybody's only going to drink Buzz Balls. By the time we got to the week of, I'm building out the whole menu of things that we're going to have. And I've already bought 1,000 Buzz Balls, and I'm looking at this menu going, we're not going to sell 1,000 Buzz Balls. There's so many other things, including Jello shots, including PBR, all this other stuff. People are not going to be buying Buzz Balls,
How many did you sell?
We sold 130. So I have a lot of Buzz Balls still in the building. Now, we've been selling them at the arcade. And
ouch.
Yeah, so for a little bit here, we are going to be a Buzz Ball arcade because I've got to sell them. And we will get them sold. We'll sell them at Emo Nights. We'll sell them at Fascination Street. We'll get them sold eventually. So it's not a loss. It's just an annoying... You don't want that much. You don't want that much stock in your building. Stock you've already paid for, and now you're trying to get your money back, and you just want the space back and the logistics of that much. And so it's you live and learn.
I was just gonna say it. Live and learn and understand. Like, you have a really good recipe for Fools Fest.
Yeah.
And we've learned over the 4 or 5 years, pretty much what everything is gonna be. Yeah. So maybe not mess with the recipe.
Yeah.
Jello shots.
Jello shots works.
PBR,
I mean, that
Mick Ultra, and one mixed drink.
Oh, White Claw.
So yeah, the White Claws. Yeah.
280 White Claws in 5 hours. Yeah. There's a lot of White Claw drinkers. A lot of black cherry White Claw drinkers, oddly enough. So that event was great. I can't remember any other events that we had in March. That was the big one.
Karaoke.
Oh, yeah. You got to tell them about karaoke. I mean, I feel like every podcast you talk about how great our karaoke is.
I do, but I feel like I'm also the only one that ever says that we're the best. Because we are.
I do. I tell people we have the best karaoke in town.
We do. Well, okay, I meant
true.
us. I meant
yeah.
The only people saying that we're the best are the interior people.
That's fair.
From the inside.
But now...
Everybody, I don't know who everybody is, but anyway, we got voted as the best in the burg Karaoke night.
No.
Venue. Best. What is it?
Best in the Berg is the newspaper-owned one.
Oh, what's this one?
FXBG Connect or something. I can't look on my phone, so I can't tell you.
We got voted anyway.
It's some award thing. It's not Best in the Berg, but it was a award from some local award thing.
Yeah, where people vote, not from the inside. Mm-hmm. I didn't even know what was going on.
I didn't either.
I got told this morning that we won. Best karaoke venue in Fredericksburg. Winner. Yeah, we're the best.
It's funny they never I guess they don't notify anybody. I don't get a plaque. I don't get, an email to let you know. I could have awards out there and I wouldn't even know it.
I'll ask the person.
Yeah.
I know a person that knows the person.
Do I get something?
I'll be like, can I have a banner? Trophy. I'll put it up on my booth.
They'll be like, you can purchase one from us. And I'll be like, there it
is. That's it.
Yeah.
3D print yourself one.
I was giving some crap because the Best of the Berg is very much like a bit of a scam to get you to pay to be. You can pay to be I think, a highlighted thing in your specific section.
Oh, really?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Whoa, yeah.
You can pay to have a code that people can text to vote as opposed to having to fill out the form on the website. So they'll be like...
I feel even better about winning this one.
Yeah.
Because this was just
just straight up.
It just straight up happened.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
We do things right.
Yeah. So...
We kill it. I can't wait to tell all the people that come to karaoke
I don't know if you
also
saw, in addition to karaoke, we were not mentioned Reclaim Arcade, but adjacent was Fascination Street was a runner-up for something like Best Event or something.
Yes, I did see Fascination
I forget what
Street.
The actual award was, but it was something like,
Here? Fascination Street here?
Fascination Street, the Goth Nights at Reclaim Arcade.
That's it here, not the other spot.
Where is...
Fascination Street is the name of the event here.
Correct.
So that made it too.
They don't meet anywhere else anymore. It's only at Reclaim Arcade.
I did see that.
Yeah.
And Reclaim Arcade got nominated, was a finalist for Best Live Music Venue.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't realize that.
I was a little bummed that nothing about the arcade was actually in any of it. But all this music stuff was in there.
You would have thought Best Attraction maybe, but...
It was also then Fred Nats won the thing. I'm like, how is that in the same category?
Same ballpark?
Be a kid.
You teed that one up for me.
Well, you got another one. Hey! Man. On the whole, those were pretty good jokes.
I brought my dad joke game tonight.
Oh, man.
But
it's
nothing
good.
about attractions or anything related to the arcade, but I'm glad to hear karaoke, goth nights, and,
And I mean, that's great.
Live music are all killing it.
And we didn't, it wasn't advertised. Like you said, we weren't paying to get out in front of people.
I'm very cautious of that now because, in years past, I have pushed the Best of the Berg thing because you want to be recognized, right? It can make a difference, in terms of foot traffic. And also, you want to feel recognized for the work that you're doing. When you get nominated for something and now it's up for a vote, you want people to go out there and vote for it. And so I would put it out there. Where it became an issue was as time went on, it was less about, you just put in your email address and now they know who you are and you vote. And now it's put in your phone number too, and maybe your address, your physical address. And so it started taking more information from people. And it became very clearly linked that some of these are marketing firms. Mm-hmm. Did you ever get the one I remember from high school was the Who's Who award?
Oh yes,
there was
the Who's Who in whatever.
Who's Who of the graduate class 2020.
Of 2020, yeah.
Guess what? You always win because then you can buy a plaque that says that you won. And I'm like, this is a total scam, but I'm sure people go for it.
We're not buying a plaque. You're going to 3D print a microphone.
There you go.
That says number 1 on it.
Well,
I'm going to put it on my
I like
booth.
that. We make our own.
And then we're going to throw a party for...
we
have to do our mixtape. The mixtape's coming up.
Mixtape's coming up.
We're doing soundtrack mixtape. You guys email.
Mixtape's coming up.
Or comment.
LB Brass is going to be here in
They're
April.
Good. They're great.
They're great. Praber Trio with Fuzzy Goldmine.
Praber Trio is really good.
So both of those are coming back, and they're both a really fun time. Fascination Street will be here again. So we got a lot of good stuff. I think the only event that we were doing that we're not going to be doing anymore is the Vinyl Nights. Unfortunately, haven't panned out. So we decided we gave it the college try.
Yeah.
It hasn't panned out, so we're nixing that one. But lots of other good stuff.
You know what that opens Saturday night?
The other thing that I will mention is our registrations for our Memorial Day tournament are April 18th, I believe.
Yeah.
If you want to know for certain, go to reclaimarcade.com/events, and you will see the date. The actual tournament is in May, but in the description of it, it will say when registration opens.
Yes, on Memorial Day. Pinball tournament.
It's on Memorial Day, but registration opens early on April 18th.
Yeah.
And so please register early. I don't want to go till the weekend.
We don't want to sweat it all the way to the end.
I'm not going to sweat it. It's just annoying. I mean, I'll be bringing in games regardless, but it would be nice to know how many people are coming before the day of. So we'll see. But it's going to be fun. We've got new games to come for that.
Another one. I'll bring my Spider-Man in.
Would you really?
Yeah.
That'd be fun. That'd be a great one for the tournament.
Spider-Man. I know. It's quick.
Yeah.
It's mean.
It is mean.
Yeah. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely bring that. That's fun. I'm not bringing Potter.
No. Alien will probably come back for that one.
Ew.
Metallica.
Shh.
Fine. Nobody listens to this podcast.
Stop telling people.
Look, I got all kinds of good stuff coming.
All kinds.
You ain't gonna pin me down. It's too much good stuff.
By the time. Can you imagine if the other one gets here before that too, and they're just like all the new games are here before Memorial Day?
Awesome.
That way Alien wouldn't have to come back.
Yeah. That reminds me, I'll have to ask Scorbit what I need to do for certain games that I know are coming. Like the one in your basement right now, because if it's supported, I'll go ahead and get the boards in advance and get ready for that.
Oh yeah, it's an old Stern, right?
Yeah, DMD based though, so it's probably not software. It's probably got a hardware board of some kind. So yeah, I think that'll about do it. Get your Scorbit app. You were talking about the mixtape. Submit your suggestions for soundtracks.
Yeah, soundtracks. Any song in any movie.
Yeah.
Not just Disney.
Yeah.
Don't do that. We know those ones. We need more.
Musicals.
I'm putting Eminem on there. 8 Miles going on.
That's like the only
Lose Yourself.
There's only one song though. Like
it's perfect, yeah.
Yeah. I thought you wanted to do you had this thing for a while where it was going to be like a grouping of songs.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
Okay, but if they choose 8 Mile, it's one song.
Well, yeah, they know what song they're getting. I mean,
all right, fair enough.
They know that's that song. So with mixtape, you don't get to choose it. We choose a song, and you have to go up and you get a random song off of my mixtape. With soundtracks, we did it for Valentine's Day, and they went up and popped the heart. It was great. This time we're going to do if it's Lion King. I keep saying Lion King for the example, but if it's Lion King and there's 2 songs off of Lion King, or The Greatest Showman and there's 2 or Wicked or whatever, you got a 1 in 2 chance of getting the song you want. So whatever they are. Maybe we'll put Whitney Houston on there from The Bodyguard. Celine Dion from Titanic.
Oh, yeah.
There's only going to be 1 song from Titanic.
I was going to say, you got to pick more things that have multiple songs. Greatest Showman's a good example.
Yeah. There's another one called Epic. Have you seen this? There were 3 karaokes on Friday from the movie Epic, or musical Epic. I don't know what it is. So I'm going to pick.
Don't know anything about it.
Get that. Wicked's another one.
Wicked's great.
I haven't seen Wicked for Good yet. So
oh, it's great.
I got to check out that one. Batman Forever, Kiss from a
Rose.
Rose.
I saw the first one, I was like, what else do they have to show? And then it turns out they have a lot to show. So
yeah, they got to go.
Wicked for Good's good.
They got to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So mixtape will be fun. That's a good time.
Yeah.
A couple Saturdays from now.
And then it's Allentown. I don't know if we will have another podcast before then or not, but maybe the next podcast we can talk a little bit about Pinfest.
Yeah.
We will be there streaming a pinball tournament literally almost right after the pinball tournament here.
You're going to have 3 straight days of pinball tournament.
Oh, I'm going to be running a pinball tournament that Thursday night, and then probably getting a little bit of rest and waking up super early to drive up to Pennsylvania Friday morning, so that I'll have the full day to not only set up but enjoy the show a little bit. normally I go on Thursday, but our pinball tournament is that day,
and
I was like, oh, I could
party.
maybe. I was going to be like,
party.
oh, maybe I could skip the pinball tournament and have somebody else run it for me, and then I was like, this needs to be the launch party because there's no other time to do it.
Yeah.
So.
I'll get there. Hopefully,
And by the way, that launch party, no banner or anything because it's all pending licensor approval. Yeah.
We should just end on that.
We've come full circle.
It went all the way back.
We really did go all the way back to the beginning with that one. Yeah. So I think they are going to send a plaque of some kind, but it's just going to say, "You're a champion."
Plaque is coming.
It's not going to. Yeah, right.
It's going to say
pending
approval.
That's perfect.
You should just make them. You should just 3D print plaques that say pending licensure approval.
Pending licensure approval.
And put Pikachu in the background, but not in any color.
Right.
Like everything in gray.
Blob.
Everything in gray. And like kind of wavy, so you can't really tell what it is.
Lord, crazy stuff. Crazy times. Well, anyways, thank you all so much. Whether you're listening, whether you're watching, whether you're ignoring, it's fine. It's cool. Appreciate the support, and we will see you all next time. Thanks a lot.
Later.